Okay, thank you. So let me introduce myself first, right? So myself, Dr. Prashant, right? I have 15 years of experience in teaching. I am so right now I am training BTech students, MTech students, and PhD scholars also. I have these many stuffs. Apart from this, right? So I am working as an associate professor in a reputed university in Bangalore only, right? Then coming here, my area of interest. So my area of interest, coding, web development, then data science, right? This is my area of interest. So now coming here, we will discuss about full stack development, right? Full stack development. Okay. So any idea what do you mean by full stack development, first of all? Anyone else? No? Sai, Vijay Kumar?
No, sir, no, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. See, full stack development, it is all about we are developing an application. We can able to develop an application, right? We are going to develop an application. So let it be, say, for example, Gmail, right? So Gmail is one of the application. Gmail application is there, right? So Gmail, you are creating something, right? So in Gmail. So there you may have front front end and back end. So these are the two different techniques. It will comes under that, right? So front end in the sense what is visible. So you may have, uh, visible in the screen, visible in the screen. In Gmail, right? You may see your text box, username and password button will be there, right? So this is all about the front end part. Now coming to this back end part, so the user they will type the username, their email and the password, right? This whenever they click the submit button, we need to check whether the username and password is matching or not. If it is matching, then we will open the homepage of the Gmail. Otherwise it will throw an error, right? So now we need to check the, for example, I am telling in Gmail, check the username and password. So we need to check this, right? So based on that, we need to process, we need to check, right? So if you want to check, first of all you need to write what is the logic, how to get the username, how to get the password from the text box. We need to fetch that information. If you want to fetch that information, that we need to do it in the background process. So background process we will do it, and we need to compare, right? Where we will compare, we will compare with the database. So DB is there, DB it will store user name and password. So using this, we will compare. So whichever the user is entered in the text box, right? Username and password, email and password, that we need to compare with the database storage, whether this is matching or not. If you want to compare, first of all, you should have some data. This data it will be available in database. So we need to compare this. So this process, it comes under the database. So these are the three different techniques we are going to discuss in the Java full stack development. So in the Java full stack development, in the front end, so what we are going to discuss in the front end? In the front end, we need to discuss about HTML, CSS, then JavaScript. Along with this, we need to discuss either JSP or React or Angular. These are some of the techniques which are used to create your front end part. So it is used to design your web page. So what is the color of the text box, what is the size of the button? So these things we can able to do it with the help of front end, right? So whenever we are talking about the Java development, so most probably it will be like JSP, either JSP, React. These two are all the three. Even Angular also, you have these three different. These are the important techniques. These are something which is representing your front end design. So where most of the time in Java application we will use React. There are multiple options, but in Java development, full stack development, right? Most of the time, either they will go with React or Angular JS. So React, Angular JS, JavaScript, everything it comes under it is based on JavaScript only. All the three, it is based on JavaScript only. But most of the time it will be earlier in before 10 years we used JSP, but now one the usage of JSP is reduced. Now most of the applications they are using React or AngularJS. Compared to React AngularJS, React is far better because lot of opportunities are there in React, right? So in our syllabus, in our full Java full stack development also, we are going to discuss with respect to React only. AngularJS opportunities are less compared to React. That's why I am choosing React as a front end development application along with the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This is what we are going to discuss in the front end development. Apart from this, back end. So, how we need to check we need to write the logic here. So logic, what is the logic? So we need to check username and password, whether it is matching or not. So this kind of logic we are going to write with the help of JavaScript, right? So Java. So since this is Java, we are going to discuss about Spring Boot. We will call it as a Spring Boot along with this Hypernet, along with this MVC. So MVC, it is a architecture, MVC architecture. So this is what we are going to discuss. So Spring Boot. So there are multiple frameworks are available under Java. Spring Boot and Hypernet both are the strong framework. Since we are focusing on Java, we are going to use this Spring Boot as well as Hypernet. Both are depends on Java. So if you want to learn Spring Boot or if you want to learn Hypernet, you should have a proper knowledge in core Java. So core Java is must. So you need to understand the core Java properly. If you don't have core Java knowledge, we cannot learn properly with respect to Spring Boot and Hypernet. These two are mandatory. If you want to learn, then core Java is required. So how about your core Java language? If you don't have a core Java language, then I need to focus more on core Java. Then I can focus on Spring Boot as well as Hypernet. In that way only I can progress. MVC is nothing but model view controller. This is an architecture. This is called as three-tier architecture. This is three-tier architecture, right? So three-tier. So almost in the real-time application, three-tier architecture is most widely used. Even in the companies, they are using three-tier architecture. So if you are aware of three-tier architecture, your opportunities will be very high. You can easily get the job. You can easily crack the interviews. Once you crack the interview, you can easily fit into a job, right? So that's why you should have a proper knowledge on model view controller. So I will discuss about model view controller in our syllabus, right? So in our course. So that is with respect to backend. So backend, it is all about the logic part. Logic, how we are going to implement? We are going to implement with the frameworks, Java frameworks. What are the frameworks? Java frameworks. Java frameworks such as Spring Boot and Hypernet. These two are mandatory to implement your backend logic. So if you want to represent the backend logic with respect to Hypernet Spring, then you must have a proper knowledge over there in Java. Core Java is mandatory. You should have a proper knowledge in mandatory. So that we are going to discuss. And apart from this, in DB, so there are two different techniques. One is SQL, another one is NoSQL. So these two different techniques are there. So first, you should have a proper knowledge in SQL. Better, we will start with SQL because using SQL, you can learn so many things, right? In SQL, we are going to use MySQL. There are so many SQL languages are there. For example, Oracle is there, MySQL is there, Microsoft DB is there, right? Postgre is there. Like this, so many SQL based databases are available. Similarly, NoSQL, using NoSQL also, a lot of concepts, lot of uh, you know uh, softwares are available. For example, MongoDB, Cassandra, right? Firefox or Firebase. So these are some of the NoSQL based database. In our course, we are going to discuss with MySQL, right? So in our course, we are going to discuss about MySQL. So what we are going to learn in our course, we are going to discuss about HTML, then CSS, then JavaScript, then along with this, we are going to discuss React. Apart from this, we are going to, this is with respect to front end. So these are the techniques. So many technique stuffs are there. So these are the things that we are going to learn it in the front end part. Apart from this, in the back end, we are going to discuss Spring Boot, right? Spring Boot. Then along with this, we are going to use Hypernet. So Hypernet, it is for the purpose of connecting your database with your Java code. That's where we are going to use this Hypernet. And Spring Boot, it is for applying the logics. So in logic, in the sense, you need to check, for example, you need to check the username and password. We need to check somewhere, right? We need to write the logic for that. That logic we are going to implement with the help of Spring Boot, right? Then we are going to follow. So what is the most important thing? We are going to follow the MVC model, MVC architecture. So architecture is based on three tier. This is three tier. So all those things are industrial level standard. So if you know this properly, we can easily crack the interviews. That is the our agenda. So our agenda is all about to get good placement. Placement is mandatory, right? So that's where we are going to focus. Apart from this, the other thing we are going to discuss is database. So database, we are going to discuss about MySQL database, right? So these are the things that we are going to discuss over here. So database, it is for storing your data. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, these are used to design your front end part. And coming to this Spring Boot and Hypernet, it is for the purpose of creating a connection between the database, as well as it is used, for example, Spring Boot is used to create a link between the database and the Java code. So and similarly, Spring Boot, it is for the purpose of understanding the logic. We need to implement the logic, right? So that we are going to discuss. Apart from this, we are going to implement with the MVC. So MVC architecture is a three-tier architecture. So this achieves Java Beans. You may study about Java Beans. So Java Beans is implemented via three-tier architecture, that is MVC. This is one of the famous architecture, model view controller. So that we are going to use. Everything, it is based on core Java. So you should know core Java. So we will start with core Java. If we are not good at the fundamentals of Java, then we will start with core Java. Along with this, Spring Boot, Hypernet, MVC. These are the things that we are going to discuss over there in the backend. So this is with respect to backend technology, right? So this is with respect to backend technology. Then apart from this, we are going to discuss about the database connectivity. So database, it is all about storing the data, stores data, right? So that technology we are going to utilize MySQL. These are the techniques we are going to discuss over here in this. So this course, it consists of, it requires 5 to 6 months, 5 to 6 months. So apart from this, what are the things you are going to learn from this? Apart from this, we are going to focus more on, resume building. We are giving the ideas with respect to how to build a resume. Then we are going to discuss about profile updation, how to you are going to improve your profile updation with respect to LinkedIn or any kind of social media. What and all we can able to do, we can able to do that. Then projects. So your outcome is going to represent via project. We are going to give some projects. You are going to do this with the help of internship. You are going to do this internship as well. Then apart from this, we are going to conduct the mock interview. So mock interview. So here you can attend the interviews. So what before attending the original interview, you can attend this interview so that you can get some experience. So what are the questions they may ask in the interview, in the real time interview, so that we can able to crack over here with the help of mock interview. So that is the overall idea about this mock interview. Then uh, we are focusing on aptitude also. Finally we are going to focus on aptitude also, so which includes your logical reasoning skills, everything, right? So that's what we are going to focus over there. So most probably you will get, assist placement assistant also. So you will get placement assist for this particular job. So for this particular course. So overall it requires 5 to 6 months the duration for this course, right? You got my things right? Any doubts?
No, sir. Please continue.
Okay, so every day it depends, right? So if you are representing all those things, definitely. So this is one of the important, uh, nowadays Java full stack development. There are more requirements are there in the real time world. So whenever you check any Naukri or LinkedIn, you will get lot of opportunities. Almost many of the opportunities, almost 50% to 60 70 percentage, they are focusing on Java full stack development, particularly one who knows Spring Boot, React, Hypernet, MVC architecture. If you have an idea about this, you can easily place, you can easily crack the placement, right? So that we are going to focus. So that's what we are going to discuss over there in the uh, you know in our course also, right? So along with this, you will get some assignments. In between, I will give some, a kind of small projects you are going to build over there. So that's how our process, our course will be executing. Every day we will conduct 1 hour and 1 hour of discussion. In the discussion, we will discuss with respect to executing the program along with this implementation, real-time implementation. Then after that, you will be provided with 1 hour lab also, so you can execute the programs. You can understand the programs in lab. So that's how the whole course will be executing. This is what the plan. This is how we are going to implement over there in the Java full stack development. Fine. Any doubts you have? If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Any doubts? Anyone?
I have no doubts, sir.
Uh, so yeah. What about others? Vijay Kumar, Sai.
And
Uh,
no doubts, sir.
you got some idea, right? So this definitely will help you for your placement. Our main focus is on placement. Opportunities are more over there in the Java full stack development. So because every day I'm seeing the resumes also. So in the resume, in the company requirements are based on Spring Boot, Hypernet, then MySQL database connectivity, MVC architecture. So these are the things. If you know these things, you can easily place in a company, right? And you will get placement also, placement assist. This is what we are going to provide in this 5 to 6 month of our journey, right? Any so if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, I will do some core Java demo, right? So that you know how the process is going to execute. So today I'm going to discuss about the hello world program in Java, right? So whenever you're using Java, you need to create. Java is a object-oriented programming language, right? So if you want to execute Java, you should know the basic concepts of oops. So Java, if you want to create any application in Java, first you need to start with class. Minimum one class is required. So class name. So class name, let it be ABC. For example, I'm going to create the class name as ABC. Always it's better to go with first letter as a capital letter. Whenever you create a class, right? So you need to start with the capital letter, right? So that's the one of the basic requirements that we need to have. Apart from this, we need to open the bracket. So since this is Java, so, right? So this is what the you know block of class. This is one block. So we are going to create a block of class. The class name is ABC. Then inside this we have something called main. So we need to use the main function. So in Java, how to use the main function? Main function, if it is C, we can directly use main. But here in Java, we cannot use directly main because for that we have a separate syntax. Syntax is all about public. We need to use public static. Sorry, st public static. Then void main. So this is how we need to create. So public is it is all about the access specifier. We can able to access this particular function, my main function, anywhere. I want to access from anywhere in the sense any of the class, even outside of the class, outside of the program, or outside of the project. I can able to access. If you want to access, then it should be a public. In Java, main function it must be a public. So that is why access specifier it is a public over here. Then static is it is a keyword. Basically, it is used to call the function without creating any object. So if you want to call the main function, we can directly call without any of the function. So that's why static keyword is required. Then void is a return type. uh, we no need to return any value. So that's with respect to void. Then main is a function name. It is a predefined function name. If whichever the program you are executing in the Java, all the program or all the projects, it is going to start with main function only. Then this is a parameter. So we need to pass the parameter. So Java, it will accept any of the value as a string value. So I need to represent string args string args. Then we need to represent it a array. This is with respect to array. So args is nothing but the argument. Since Java it is going to convert any of the value into a string value, we need to represent that data type as a string. That is why we are going to represent the data type as a string. Then args is nothing but the argument name. We can give any name. It may be a Bangalore also. You can give any name, but generally the argument name it is going to represent as args. Then this is with respect to array. Why we are going to pass array? Because in Java, anything whatever it may be, it is going to convert into string. So in any of the so here in this program only you can see class is there, static is there, class name is there, void, many, so many scenarios are there, right? So many keywords are there. So all the keywords, if you need to represent, you need to pass it into the compiler. So if you want to pass it to the compiler, then we need to have multiple storage value. So everything it is going to convert into a string. Since we have multiple values, we need to represent with the array. Array it is going to store the same kind of data with multiple values. So what is the same kind of data type here? String. Because Java is going to convert any value into a string. That is why we are using string array. Array is used for storing multiple values with the same data type. Same data type here it is going to represent string. So that is why we are going to pass this array. Now this is a main, right? So main, we need to create a function. So this is main function. So we need to open the bracket, we need to close the bracket. So this is with respect to main function definition. So main function definition. Then apart from this, so here what is the plan? So today I'm going to discuss how to print the hello world program, right? System dot out dot print lm, right? So this is the function which we are going to utilize, right? So system is nothing but the predefined class name. It is a class. So basically, we if you want to print any value, then we need to use print function. So print function, it is available in the system class. System is a predefined class. If you want to access this, then we need to use this. You can see S is a capital letter. In Java, any kind of class, it is going to represent with a you know first letter should be a capital letter. So that's why we are going to represent this as capital letter. Then out is a object. It's a specialized object. It's a predefined object which is available in the system class. Then print ln is nothing but it is a function which is used to print a value. So what is the value I want to print? I want to print hello world. So hello world. So hello world is a string. So if you are representing a string value, then we need to represent with double quotes. So what is string? String is nothing but a collection of character, right? So collection of character is called as a string. So what is character? Character is nothing but a single letter. Each and every letter we are going to represent it as a character. Since we are going to print collection of character, we need to pass with double quotes. And semicolon, it is used to represent the end of the line, end of the statement. So this program, these are the things that it is required for the core basic Java to print hello world program, right? So now we need to save the file. So how to save? We can open some folder. For example, I'm going to use this E drive. Under that, I'm going to create Java folder. So Java folder, right? Under that, I'm going to save this file. So how to save the file? So if you want to save the file, you need to save with file name .java. So what is the file name? File name must be class name. So what is the class name here? ABC. ABC. I need to save this as abc.java. Then I need to make sure that save type as all file. Then save. So this you can see the file will be saved over here. 1 second, I will open that Java folder. So inside that you can see this is Java source file. The type will be Java source file. It is not a text file. You can see the file extension also. It is in the teacup, right? Because Java symbol is representing teacup. So now we need to compile. So how to compile? So how to compile? First we need to open the command prompt. So my file is available in the eJava. So you can type command, right? It will open the folder in eJava, E drive Java folder. So now we need to compile Java file. So how to compile the Java file? Java C. Java C is nothing but Java compiler. We are using Java compiler to compile the file. Java C file name. What is the file name? abc.java. So this is the file name now. Java C file name Java. It is compiled. So now once the file is compiled, you can see it is creating one class file. You can see this. Earlier it was only one file, right? Now it is creating one more file. That is nothing but the class file. This class file is the main file. This is nothing but the bytecode. This bytecode we will discuss in the another class. What is bytecode? All those things and all. Now whenever you execute the program, this bytecode only will execute, right? So now we need to execute. So how to execute? Java space file name. What is the file name? ABC. ABC. We should not give dot class. ABC is required. Then enter. You can see you can get the output hello world, right? So that is how we can able to print a hello world using Java. So this is with respect to core Java. So you can see this is executing in a same system, right? So this is a locally we are going to execute in Java full stack development. We are going to create a web application. So there we will use HTML, CSS, JavaScript and all. This particular program, it is going to execute in the web browser. This is with respect to desktop application. So desktop application, we will not use any of the web browser. So here we will use only the command prompt and the notepad, so that we can able to execute this Java file, right? So and yeah, so Java IDE is there. I forgot to mention that. So you can see this Java IDE. So IDE we are going to use IDE we are going to use VS Code. So using VS Code only we are going to implement. What is IDE? IDE is nothing but integrated development environment. So using this application, this is one of the software. This software it is used to create a Java full stack development project. Using this VS Code only we are going to execute the Java full stack development projects. Fine. Any doubts? Anyone? Have you understood? Uh, Vijay Kumar, Sai, anyone?
Yes, sir. I understood, sir.
So I think it will be
Yes, sir.
interesting for you. Okay,
Yeah, sir.
thank you. So like this, we can able to create multiple projects. So this is a sample project. It's a very basic level, project where we have created only the high level program. So like this, we are going to implement the full stack development course. So yeah, so that's what I want to present today. Mm, yeah, so if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can wind up. Do you want to ask anything, Vijay Kumar? Sorry.
Sir, no doubt, sir.
Okay. So if there is no doubts, shall we wind up? Shall we close the session?
Yeah, sir. For me, I understood, sir.
Okay. What about Sai?
Yeah, sure, sir. I understood.
Okay.
Understood, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. Fine. So if there is no doubts, shall we close the meeting right now?
Okay, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you. Thank you from my end. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.